Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari.
And now chapter 76, the battle between Salva and the Vrishnis. Shukdev Goswami said, "Now please hear, O king, another wondrous deed performed by Lord Krishna, who appeared in his human-like body to enjoy transcendental pastimes. Hear how he killed the master of Sobha." Salva was a friend of Shishupal's. When he attended the wedding of Rukmini, the Yadu warriors defeated him in battle, along with Jarasandha and the other kings. Salva swore in the presence of all the kings, "I will rid the earth of the Yadavas. Just see my prowess." Having thus made his vow, the foolish king proceeded to worship Lord Pashupati, or Lord Shiva, as his deity by eating a handful of dust each day and nothing more. The great Lord Umapati is known as he who is quickly pleased, yet only at the end of a year did he gratify Salva, who had approached him for shelter, by offering him a choice of benedictions. Salva chose a vehicle that could be destroyed by neither demigods, demons, humans, Gandharvas, Uragas, nor Rakshasas, that could travel anywhere he wished to go, and that would terrify the Vrishnis. Lord Shiva said, "So be it." On his order, Mayadanava, who conquers his enemies' cities, constructed a flying iron city named Sobha and presented it to Salva. This unassailable vehicle was filled with darkness and could go anywhere. Upon obtaining it, Salva went to Dwarka, remembering the Vrishnis' enmity toward him. Salva besieged the city with a large army, O best of the Bharatas, decimating the outlying parks and gardens, the mansions along with their observatories, towering gateways and surrounding walls, and also the public recreational areas. From his excellent airship, he threw down a torrent of weapons, including stones, tree trunks, thunderbolts, snakes, and hailstones. A fierce whirlwind arose and blanketed all directions with dust. Thus terribly tormented by the airship Sobha, Lord Krishna's city had no peace, O king, just like the earth when it was attacked by the three aerial cities of the demons. Seeing his subjects so harassed, the glorious and heroic Lord Pradyumna told them, "Do not fear," and mounted his chariot. The chief commanders of the chariot warriors, Satyaki, Charodeshna, Samba, Akrura, and his younger brothers, along with Hardikya, Banuvinda, Gada, Shuka, and Sarana, went out of the city with many other eminent bowmen, all girded in armor and protected by contingents of soldiers riding on chariots, elephants, and horses, and also by companies of infantry. A tumultuous hair-raising battle then commenced between Salva's forces and the Yadus. It equaled the great battles between the demons and the demigods. With his divine weapons, Pradyumna instantly destroyed all of Shalva's magic illusions, in the same way that the warm rays of the sun dissipate the darkness of the night. Lord Pradyumna's arrows all had gold shafts, iron heads, and perfectly smooth joints. With 25 of them he struck down Shalva's commander-in-chief, Vyuman, and with 100 he struck Salva himself. Then he pierced Shalva's officers with 1 arrow each, his chariot drivers with 10 arrows each, and his horses and other carriers with 3 arrows each. When they saw the glorious Pradyumna perform that amazing and mighty feat, all the soldiers on both sides praised him. At one moment the magic airship built by Mayadanva appeared in many identical forms, and the next moment it was again only one. Sometimes it was visible, and sometimes not. Thus Shalva's opponents could never be sure where it was. From one moment to the next, the Salva airship appeared on the earth, in the sky, on a mountain peak, or in the water. Like a whirling, flaming baton, it never remained in any one place. Wherever Salva would appear with his Salva ship and his army, there the Yadu commanders would shoot their arrows. Salva became bewildered upon seeing his army and aerial city thus harassed by his enemies' arrows, which struck like fire and the sun, and were as intolerable as snake venom. Because the heroes of the Vrishni clan were eager for victory in this world and the next, they did not abandon their assigned posts on the battlefield, even though the downpour of weapons hurled by Salva's commanders tormented them. Salva's minister, Vyuman, previously wounded by Sri Pradyumna, now ran up to him and, roaring loudly, struck him with his club of black steel. Pradyumna's driver, the son of Daruka, thought that his valiant master's chest had been shattered by the club. Knowing well his religious duty, he removed Pradyumna from the battlefield. Quickly regaining consciousness, Lord Krishna's son Pradyumna said to his charioteer,
"O driver, this is abominable, for me to have been removed from the battlefield. Except for me, no one born in the Yadu dynasty has ever been known to abandon the battlefield. My reputation has now been stained by a driver who thinks like a eunuch. What will I say to my fathers, Ram and Keshava, when I return to them after having simply fled the battle? What can I tell them that will befit my honor? Certainly my sisters-in-law will laugh at me and say, 'Oh, hero, tell us how in the world your enemies turned you into such a coward in battle.'"
O long-lived one, I have done this knowing full well my prescribed duty. O my lord, the chariot driver must protect the master of the chariot when he is in danger, and the master must also protect his driver. With this rule in mind, I removed you from the battlefield, since you had been struck unconscious by your enemy's club, and I thought you were seriously injured. Thus ends the 76th chapter of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Battle Between Salva and the Vrishnis.